Why, hello. It is me, Kirsten. It is I guess it's June 23rd. It has been almost 2 months since I've done one of these. And I feel like I should say I'm sorry, but I know there's only like 5 of you who listen to these all the time. I'm sorry. I've been busy and I don't know why I tell you this every time. I tell myself I should do one and then I don't because I don't. I just do other stuff instead sometimes. So this is episode 27. And like I said, it's June 23rd. We are in the middle of the World Cup. It is fun to watch. I'm not a big soccer fan. I'm just not. I played once when I was 7 and I got a handball. Do you like this today? We're dirty. I need a shower. I played one season of soccer when I was 7. I don't know if I told you guys this. I got a handball and that was it for me in soccer. I did not play soccer again. I became a softball girl and again, not a lesbian. So I went on vacation. I went to Myrtle in the beginning of June. I don't know if you can tell, I'm tan. I feel like I look tan. Also, though, I have been playing softball. I don't know if I have any tan lines from softball. So I went to the beach. It was nice. First 2 days it rained and I did nothing. And it was glorious because I didn't not only do nothing, but there were no dogs. So I really did nothing. And then the rest of the week, went down to the pool for at least like 4 hours a day and did a little shopping. I got a nice Adidas jacket. No more shoes though. I couldn't. There was this awesome pair of shoes. I found this awesome pair of Adidas shell toes and the they called superstars. Well, the shell toes. So they were gray with black and they didn't have my size. So Russ got them. I mean, good for Russ. And I had a reunion party thing a couple weeks ago in Hagerstown for that bar Cancun Cantina I worked at when, I don't know, like 2013 when I was fired from downtown for getting way too drunk when I was working. So it closed a while back, but they had like a 20th reunion and I went to that. And because I went to that, I put in an earring in my not pirate hole. I need you to see though. I don't know if you can see it. So that is a hoop. That's the same hoop I've had in since like January when I figured out I lost one. And this is a diamond because I can't get my new hoop in and I need to take it to a friend because I can't get it in. And so 90% of the time I just look like a pirate. But for the past couple weeks, I have had the diamond in. I went and saw Chappelle Lacey last weekend. He is hysterical. He's a big black guy. He used to be a cheerleader. I'm a big fan. And today I got tickets to see Jeff Arcuri in June. All right. I also got tickets to see Jeff Arcuri in May. I did that first and they're better seats, but I'll be at the beach next year in Myrtle. So I have to figure out how to sell those to someone or resale on Ticketmaster or something because I don't need 2 tickets to a show I can't go to and I would like that money back. So I'm going to go see him and he is someone I haven't seen and I'm super excited. And then 2 shows for Big J are coming up. Bobby Lee, Akash Singh, Jordan Jensen, Tom Segura, Dan Soder, Milton, whose name I cannot remember, but he was on Funny AF Kevin Hart show, Joe List, and Skankfest. And Aries Spears. I love comedy way too much. I need cheaper hobbies. And it's Amazon 23rd. It is Amazon 23rd. It's June 23rd, which is Amazon Prime until the 26th. And I know I'm not supposed to buy Amazon. I know Jeff Bezos, blah, 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 blah. However, I get my cleaning supplies from Amazon. And so I went on Amazon and I got some stuff. I also like to stock up on stuff that I do use, right? Like lotion, which this is actually cream and it's fantastic. My skin's super soft. So I stock up and I did discover the most annoying part about Amazon Prime and it is putting the stuff away. Because I don't have a lot of storage in this house and like I got toothpaste because I needed it. I'm down to my last tube, but my medicine little cabinet thing is not that big. And then I do have this thing over my toilet. I need to go through it and throw stuff away because it is full of stuff and I don't use most of it. And so I think I just need to go through and throw stuff away. What else is new? I know I talked about the hormone replacement therapy I started on this for my perimenopause. Well, fun fact, I still have migraines. which is super annoying. I actually had one at the beach, and that was rough. And I should probably try taking the progesterone again because I haven't been, but the testosterone and I are breaking up. So when I was at the beach, I haven't done one of these, so I definitely haven't told you this. When I was at the beach, I did one of these things. I turned around. I still think I have a cute little butt, but I need you to know I have not been doing weights for a while now. I need to start again. So I did one of these to like spray sunblock on, right? Because I use a spray. And I caught in the light, I caught like these hairs, black hairs. Now, I know that we are camera, but I don't have black hair. As a matter of fact, I get one here like a month, maybe every 2 months, sometimes every 3. I don't know. I get one and I pull it out. And so I don't get black hairs, but so this back of this one leg, the one that I put the testosterone, apparently I don't know how to shave. So like hairs, like I started calling it my knee goatee. So I immediately shaved them. But what that did was it made it so that the hair that grows back in, it's super coarse and I can see it now because it is black and I hate it. And I mean, now I'm playing with it because I need to shave. So it's not like the biggest deal in the world that I have leg hair. However, I don't think you can see this. Oh no, right there. And right there. And there's some more dots. I am getting acne and I'm getting these bumps. I'm going to assume they're zits or something on the back of my neck. I'm like a roided out dude. I have neck acne and apparently forehead acne, and I am not going to do that. I am almost 45 years old and I'm not going to now have acne. After never having acne in my entire life, I'm not going to be a grown adult. We might as well give me braces. So I also think that the hair thinning I was getting right here is from the testosterone. So testosterone has now cost me hair, given me hair, and caused acne. So I'm out. And luckily I didn't put it on my labia because again, the hair down there grows so many different directions. Like vaginal hair grows like this. It's like, right? So every different direction possible. I actually had to trim mine today because I'm getting a sports massage tomorrow and I wear my little shorts and she gets all rubby. I definitely nicked my labia twice. So, because it grows in so many directions and I wasn't going to add to that with my fucking testosterone cream, and I'm super glad I didn't because I cannot imagine making more hair and thicker. No. So I'm going to stop the testosterone. I don't know what that's going to do, but it will save me money, which is great because I just got an update. I have oil heat and it is going up $100 a month, and that is on like like they do a budget. I do budgeted costs for my oil all year because the tanks are so expensive. I don't even want to guess what they will be next year. And I still owe, I'm sorry. I'm very relaxed right now. So I still owe $1,000 because I ended up with 5 oil tanks last year. Maybe like 4.5 or something. But it's still, that's how much I owe on top of the budgeting. So fuck me. So that's thanks Trump. Thanks for the war that we're still in. We're still in because they can't get their shit together. Because Israel's bad. I had a guy, I posted something on Facebook yesterday about Israel, and a guy that I went to college with posted on it, and he made a comment about how the guy was in the pocket of Qatar, and so he couldn't take anything he said seriously. And he was like, this is how the rhetoric about the Israelis and Jews gets around. And I was like, I've never said anything bad about the Jewish people. I never would. I think the Jewish religion is badass. As a matter of fact, I think I even said on this podcast how if there was a religion I would choose, it would be the Jews. They were here first. And sometimes when I almost break stuff, it makes my skin run hot. I think it's adrenaline. I don't know. So I was like, I don't ever speak ill about the Jews, but Israel. So just keeping up track to this war, and my oil needs to go down. I don't know. I think they're predicting in the year 2030 we might get back to under $3 a gallon. Ugh. So things have not gotten cheaper, although tonight I got groceries delivered because I cleaned 3 houses today. I was so tired. Yes. I was so tired. Oh, House of Dragons is back. And I didn't watch season 2. I don't think I liked season 1 all that much, so I didn't watch season 2. So it became a present. I got to watch season 2, And it was so good. And so then I started season 3. And then because of that, I restarted Game of Thrones. And I think I made it 3 episodes in of season 1 of Game of Thrones. And then I couldn't do it anymore. Mostly because they killed one of the direwolves lady. That hurt my feelings. So I went to season 8 of Game of Thrones and I just finished that. It also hurt my feelings. I don't know why I get bent out of shape about the murder of a CGI dragon. I just do. I know they're fake. I know they're fake. It's like how in movies, when a horse dies, a lot of them died in Braveheart, and I would see it, and I would know it's not real because it's the movies, but I'd cry every time. So I couldn't watch season 1 because of the dire wolf, and then I couldn't handle watching the dragons die because I don't know, they're not real. But that's, I don't know. I think I was just meant for pets. Yes. Also, there's a show From on MGM, and these people get trapped in this town. I think it's an alternate universe. I do. And they can't get out, right? They're driving, and then there's a tree in the road, and then they go around the tree, and then they end up in a town, and then they can't get out. That is what happens. They see a crow and a tree, and they're trapped in this town. And they show up in this town, and the people in the town go, "Hey, you can't be outside at night." And they go, "Why?" And they go, "Because monsters will kill you." And they go, "Monsters? That's not real." And then they're monsters, and they will kill you. So it's I think it might be the last season. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just a season finale, but the season finale is this week. And I thought it was 2 weeks ago. I was so mad. I was ready to light my TV on fire. Because consistently in the show for 3 seasons, now 4, at the end of every season, all I know is that if you show up in this town, you can't get out. They're monsters. They will eat you at night. And that's all I ever know. So 4 seasons, 10 episodes each. And I still only know that if you show up, you're stuck at night, monsters, death. And I just want any kind of answers. There are these creepy fucking dolls this season. The dolls. They're in the water and they have button eyes and they're huge and they're gonna shock no one with this. They're murdery, Charlie. They're murdery. And that's all I know is that things are murdery. Town is bad. Now you're trapped. Can't go home. That's all I fucking know. And then occasionally someone you like gets murdered. That's all I know. And I just want answers. Any kind of answers. What else is going on? I had to take the bulldog to the vet 2 Thursdays ago. He woke me up in the middle of the night panting. And he didn't have to go to the bathroom. So in the morning when we woke up, he was panting again. And he didn't go to the bathroom. So we're clear, he is fine. So he didn't go to the bathroom. So I sit down on the floor with my giver the food. I sit down on the floor. There's fresh water. He doesn't get water. I sit down. I'm giving him kisses on his muzzle. And this dog, the only thing in the world I think that dog wants is to lick either in my mouth or on my face. And he didn't even try to lick me. And then to get him to go outside to go to the bathroom, I had to like lift up his legs, and he didn't like it. And so I ended up taking him to the vet. He spent the day there. He got x-rays, 3 views. Turns out you pay per view. Ha! Pay per view. So you pay per view. So he's got spinal arthritis with some bone spurs. So that sucks. And it turned out the panting he was in pain. So he did something that night before, Wednesday night, to just, I don't know, make him acutely aware of the fact that he is a bulldog and he has arthritis. So he is now on pain medication, to which I don't like drugging my dogs, man. Like on the 4th of July, we had the Star Spangled Shit Show for softball. And last year wasn't on the 4th of July. I'm not home on the 4th of July because Charlie's so terrified of fireworks. So this year, I'm going to dose the shit out of that bitch. So she'll get trazodone first thing in the morning, and then she'll get it right before I leave the house. And hopefully that helps. But I don't like doing it because she's weird. Like trazodone, gabapentin, and they change your dog. And so they were like, so we're going to give him pain medication. I was like, what does this mean? Am I going to come home to find my dog knee deep in a heroin needle with hookers? Because it turns out it's an anti-inflammatory. We're safe. And then Charlie had her Cushing's appointment last Monday. $1,000 and 2 vet visits. Good thing I don't have oil heat. So I took her to the vet, and her Cushing's is going well. Her cortisol is low, but I got to take her back in 3 months to make sure it's not too low. So dumb. It's so dumb. That's the dumbest disease, and she's gonna live forever because she is the worst. So Fred is perfect. He is still the best doggo. What else is going on? I have a tournament in softball in July. I'm excited. I made a team because, of course, I did. I have control issues. So I started a team. We're going to be called Hot Mess Express. And we got jerseys, and I'll show you. Hold, please. So, look. I didn't realize that they were button up all the ways, but they're button ups. Hot Mess Express. And yes, it says 52. I want to know what that is. That was my beeper code, 52 for KB when I was in high school. Hopefully when I was in high school, I didn't need a beeper in college. Cell phones came out when I was 21. But I didn't have a beeper the beeper stayed at home. I went to college. In college, got a cell phone. Very silly. But my beeper code was 52. And because everybody chooses the same numbers like 13, 7, 11, 21, all the generics, no one chooses 52. We are safe. So I have the recovery tournament coming up. This Sunday, I have an Orioles game at 1:30 in the Splash Zone. I'm super excited. We sat there in 2023 in September when I took Scott before he died for his last Orioles game when they were winning and they went to the playoffs before they crumbled and got bad again. This Saturday night is Jim Jeffries and Tyson's. I am stoked. I got really good seats because, of course, I did. I am a stud. So summer is busy. Summer is summering. I'm trying not to spend too much time at home. I do get home. Someone had to walk by. I do get home from work and I do watch TV and I do hang out with the dogs. I was listening to Rogan today because Tim Dillon was on and I love Tim Dillon and they were talking. And one of them said, like, people just go to work and go home and watch TV and that's their whole lives. I'm like, there are worse lives to have. I get home and I'm tired and I want to watch TV. You hear this? Maybe it's Amazon. Something's going on. Hopefully my trash is not on fire. 3 weeks ago, whenever I got back from the beach, I forgot to remind my house sitter, Megan, who's lovely and I adore her, that I had trash to take out on Sunday night. So Russ mowed my lawn on Friday, picked up the dog poop. I put the dog poop in a bag. Bag went into my trash can outside. The trash company does not pick up my trash can. It is too big. I don't really know why, but it's too big. So I just take the bags. It's like a holding station. I put the bags in the trash can. On Sunday nights, I take the bags out, put them on the curb. Monday morning, they pick up my trash. We out. So I forgot to remind her. So I get home Saturday, the following Saturday. And while I was at the beach at Myrtle, it was hot in Maryland. So I get home Saturday, Sunday after softball, after sweating my dick off on Sunday. I was hot. Like, that's how I tell you that in the summer I do not take warm showers because it makes me want to vomit if hot water touches me. I mean it. So I go to take out my trash, I pop the top, and I scream like a bitch. Like a bitch. So I screamed, liquid. First of all, there's liquid. That is what maggots do. Second of all, it crawled. It crawled. And I don't know how much you like maggots, but ugh. The last time I had to deal with them was when, shut up, was when Charlie, I thought, partially tore her ACL. Do I still have muscles? I feel like I still have muscles. So I thought she partially tore her ACL. Doc said walk her around the yard. I did it once. She's fine. So I walked her around the yard. And while I'm walking her around the yard, I don't know if I already told you this story, I find a dead possum. I immediately reach down to grab the possum so dogs can't roll in it because, ugh. I grab the tail, body drops maggots. I screamed like a bitch. Bitch. Got the dogs inside, went back out, cleaned it up, wanted to die. I've cleaned up lots of dead things because Charlie is a murderer. That was by far. I mean, fresh dead rabbit does not gross me out the way dead possum with maggots does. So I thought about calling Russ to help with the trash can because I am a baby sometimes and I just wanted someone to help. But I didn't. I went downstairs to the cellar and I made sure that my water was on. I grabbed the hose. I grabbed the Dawn dish soap. I don't know if that's technically what you're supposed to do, but I did. And I sprayed it down because I'd already got the trash I got the trash to the curb. I was a whole hero. I literally reached in and grabbed the bags and took them to the curb anyway. So I sprayed down, like, because maggots were, bleh. I sprayed it down and then I dumped it. And then, of course, a couple hangers on because why not? So then I sprayed down again, Dawn dish soap, all the foamies, dumped it again, dumped it again, dumped it. And then, well, then my yard smelled. It was so bad. It was so bad. So fast forward 2 Sundays, right? So I make it, I have maggot night, then I have normal trash night, and then I have this Sunday night. And I got my trash out in the afternoon. I don't know, like 2 or something after softball. And so gross. So I think I was watching actually House of Dragons. So it's out of the World Cup, but definitely I think House of Dragons. So I'm sitting there, there was a knock on my door, and we just finally had our elections yesterday, our primaries. And this dude, David Trone, who was running for Congress, he was our elected official 2 terms ago. Then he decided to run for Senate and he lost. And so now he was trying to take back his seat from this chick, April Delaney. I did not vote for her. I did not vote for him. I voted for this dude, Ethan, who didn't take APAC money, because we have things that we care about now. So first I thought maybe it was an Amazon order, and then I thought maybe it was David Trone's people. But in the idea that it was Amazon, I got up and I went to pick up my package, and I walk out the door and my trash is on fire. 2 bags on fire. And this woman out there, and I walked down, I'm like, God, I hate smokers. Cigarette butts. And she goes, do you have anything in there that's combustible? And I was like, no. I would imagine that as a cigarette butt. So I go back inside. She's like, can you get a hose? And I was like, no, I cannot, because it's in my backyard. I'm not. So I grabbed 2 bottles of water. I come back inside. I grabbed 2 more. This dude came by with like a bottle of something, and he dumped it on there, and it was out and smoking. And I go stand at the curb. I can't believe she accused me. So I was standing on the curb while I'm watching it smoke, because I also immediately, when it happened, I was like, oh, trash guys are gonna be pissed. They're picking up that shit tomorrow. And then the woman was like, I guess you're gonna have to clean that up. You have a shovel. And I was like, I don't have a shovel. So I was watching it smoke, hoping it didn't burst back into fire, because I had to clean it up before the trash man came. And while I was standing there, the fucking firefighters came. A fire truck came to my house. I know that my taxes go to social services like the cops, who I have called multiple times for people passed out in my yard and such. And one night a dude was beating a girl in the street. That was a thing. But I've never used the firefighters before. I never have. And I was so embarrassed. And as they pulled up, I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. There's nothing in there. Turns out, though, that eggs don't burn. Did you know that? Because before I went to the beach, I'd purchased 24 eggs from Costco because it is cheap. It is by far the best bang for your buck. And I make 4 eggs a day. I might be going down to 3. I upped my GLP-1. I am in a good mood. I'm relaxed, but I am fidgetous. So I upped my GLP-1 because I shouldn't be 10 pounds heavier than where I should be on a weight loss truck, especially when I'm playing softball and cleaning houses. So I don't think I'll need 4 eggs anymore. And I do share with the dogs, but 4 eggs is probably too much. 4 eggs with cheese, shredded cheddar, and prosciutto. And then I put on top some tiger sauce. It's delicious. I was listening to... What was I listening to? Oh, I was listening to Dan Soder's podcast. I can't wait to see him. I like him so much. So I was listening to his podcast, and he was with Ari Shafir, who I also saw last year in Charlestown, who I adore, who was moving to London, and it makes me so sad. I thought he was going to be on the Legion of Skanks for permanence. So they were talking about hot sauces, and I am losing my ability to eat spice, like, on the daily. And tiger sauce is not spicy. It's like Tabasco. It's not real. But, like, I don't like it when my mouth doesn't stop burning and my nose runs. and my mouth burns and my nose runs and the combination just isn't a good time. And so I have not sat still since we started this. We are all over the place. So I am finding that as I have gotten older, I like spicy less and less. And I don't know if that's like an old people thing, a white people thing, or I don't know. But I also like onions less and less because it feels like when I eat them, I taste them forever. That's from a Sandlot. um, I woke up the other day and I sang to the dogs, "We're going to the race. We're gonna win first place. And you have an ugly face. No, you have an ugly face." And I have not seen the Little Rascals in a very, very long time. But I was a little rascaling, and I don't know why. So I want to figure out how to stop the harassment during voting season. I feel like I want to get a cease and desist. That guy, David Trone, right? Text messages, phone calls, TV ads all over the place. Most of them super mean too about April Delaney. I don't. Why can't you run a campaign based on the good things about yourself, not the bad things about somebody else? So TV, text, phone calls, mail, door. The audacity. I have 3 dogs. If you knock on my door, I immediately want to stab you in the throat. If I had been planning on voting for David Trone, I would not have voted for David Trone based on the level of harassment that happened during the primary. No, I do not understand. If that was a person I had dated, I could go to court and get a restraining order for stalking. All the money they wasted on paper products. I got door hangers. I got mailers. Go the fuck to hell. I don't want it. I don't want it. Why do you think my eyes look so pale? I don't wear sunglasses when I'm outside. I wear them in the car. And I don't wear them outside because I'm vain and I don't want bloop, bloop, sunglasses. You know? I'm also pretty happy that my eyebrows actually look like eyebrows. I also feel like I look like I have a mustache. Like there's pigmentation issues on my upper lip, and I've been told I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I am. I went and got a head massage. She told me that my head is oily, which is crazy because my hair doesn't really get greasy, but apparently my head is oily, and she said I have to shower. I have to wash my hair every day and a half, which means I have to shower. And by a day and a half, I mean every other day I have to wash my hair, which means I have to shower every other day. And I know that some of you on this thing, the 2 of you that listen, are like, ew, I don't shower every day. I don't get acne. I don't get body odor. I don't get greasy hair. I do get acne now, thank you, testosterone. And I do get greasy hair on the back of my thigh. I'm just kidding. It doesn't get greasy, but it does show. So I got to shower every other day now. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's not the shower itself that annoys me. I love a shower. I get in a shower, I'm like, oh, that is the best. Cold, only it's hot. I don't know that this happens to anybody else. If I am hot and hot water touches me, I want to die. Like, sometimes washing dishes is an issue if I'm too hot because the hot water touches me and I am out. I still have not tried soda. I'm pretty sure I could have it. I had a Red Bull at that Cancun Cantina party because I was so tired. And it didn't taste awful, which means I think I've worked through my I can't taste carbonation era, and I am afraid to try soda. Maybe I'll try a Slurpee. Because Slurpees have carbonation in them to keep the snow cold, the ices parts, the mush, the mash, the white, the slurps. It's I was told to do this because I'm in a Zen mood, which means that there isn't me just ranting about shit. So I don't know. I don't know how to do this without being like, fist of fucking fury. Because I use this to release the demons. It worked last time, by the way. Ranting on this thing about the narrative of it's not all men and talking about how much women are abused and how we don't get the burden of proof. Like, it's not that you have to prove someone guilty. If someone says they're raped, they have to prove they were raped. So, but coming on here and yelling and crashing out 100% helped. I felt better immediately. I slept better. I literally, it's nice to know that when I say that when I release things into the ether, I feel better. I'm not lying. Look how small my upper lip is. I thought about getting filler once, except that filler is not permanent. I'd have to get it again. So I won't do that. It's the same as like people with fake eyelashes. You got to get those done again. And you can't do this. You can't pull on them. You can't rubsies. And I like rubsies. And I like, sometimes I pull on them. And I thought about getting microblading where they kind of like pseudo tattoo your eyebrows on. So then I could have eyebrows. I was about to do the super little racist guy thing that we did when we were children in the 80s. So with microblading, you still have to pluck your eyebrows or get them waxed. And then you have to get it done again. Also not permanent. Botox, not permanent. Liposuction, not permanent. Boob jobs aren't supposed to last longer than 10 years. All these things they say they'll do to make you pretty permanently, all end. But I do think I'd be dope if I had a bigger upper lip. I feel like I could be pretty. This dude, I'll tell you something I ranted about. This dude at softball last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, called me Kirsten. Now, my name is Kirsten. I like cursing. It's my favorite. And my name has been Kirsten since I was born in 1981. December 15th, to be exact. So I have been Kirsten for 44 and a half years, as we just had a very merry unbirthday a week ago. So I'm at softball, and this dude says Kirsten, and I said, there is not a Kirsten on this field. And he acted very flippant when I said that. He was like, well, my bad. And I looked at him and I was like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to be flippant. You don't get to make this about like me. I am not being the dick by telling you that you're saying my name wrong. You've known me long enough to say my name. Every other person at this field, you say their name right. All of them. At some point, it is just fucking disrespectful to say my name wrong. It is my name. I don't understand. If I met President Rapist in Charge Trump, because he is the president today, or when he was president before, he is Mr. President. He is the president for the rest of time. The Queen of England prior to dying was Her Majesty. Respect, right? The lords in England were called Lord Tarley. I was just watching, literally, Game of Thrones. Samwell Tarley. I loved Samwell. Samwell, Jon Snow's best fat friend at the wall. They were lords. There was, put some fucking respect on my name. Just say it right. It's not that fucking hard. At some point, I definitely think you're fucking retarded. And I was listening to someone say that they're taking the term retarded away from mentally disabled people because that term really does, and this is what I have said, in perpetuity, retarded has nothing to do with people that are mentally or physically deficient or disabled, whichever word you want to use. I do not think people with Down syndrome are retarded. I think they have Down syndrome. I do not think people with cerebral palsy are retarded. I think that they have cerebral palsy. I think fucking stupid people are retarded. You're not helping anything. Stop. Do better. Be smarter. Learn people's names. Although, this is also why if someone tells me that their pronouns have changed or that their name has changed or that anything has changed, I expect grace. Because for 44 fucking years, people have said my name wrong. My aunt died when I was 25 and never said my name right. Give me a minute to understand that you no longer consider your boobies boobies. Just give me a minute. Also, this 10 pounds, these things, I have deceptively big boobies. They are sneaky. Just saying. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm tired. I'm relaxed, but I am tired. I still haven't figured out how to run for president. I don't think it will work. Someone told one of my clients, I think Mike Pence told one of my clients that the best hope for the Democratic Party was Newsom. That just makes me sad because California is in the shit. And just because you troll Trump well doesn't mean that you deserve to run for president or be president. And Hunter Biden coming in as the hero of the people with his actual talking and not shit talking. Like, I say this all the time. All the time. Yelling at people for believing something differently than you solves nothing. Now, there are people that I want to yell at because they're ignorant and they're short-sighted and they're mean and hateful and all the things that make you want to yell at people. But if you yell at me, my back goes up and I'm immediately on defense mode. And as much as I only argue when I am right, if I am getting yelled at, you will just, that's it. I might not be right. I might know that I am wrong, but you have put my back up and now everything is done. It will never go your way because you yelled at me. So also, people are entitled to their own opinions. If you like lotion and I like cream, and then we find out that cream is better than lotion, it doesn't mean that you weren't entitled to your opinion that lotion was better in the first place. I know that Trump is a motherfucker. I know he's a liar and a grifter and a terrible man. I know all of these things. I know that he hates women. I know that he's a rapist. I know that he's probably more than likely a child molester. There's enough proof. That man has raped children and facilitated murdering them. That is a bad man. But people were entitled to their opinion and they were entitled to their votes and they were entitled to like him. So jumping down the throats of all these people solves nothing. Also, you cannot win unless you change people's minds. And he won in 2024, not in 2020. Ugh, the people. I can't. Because we're not going to change anything with the presidency. That man is not going to leave. That man is not going to leave. It is wild the way that people justify what he is doing to the White House. I have lived in my house for 8 years, 9 years. 7 and 8 is 15, right? And 9 years. I've lived here since the fall of 2017, so almost 9 years. Also, in July, I'll have lived here for 20 years. So that's baller. So in any case, right, I lived here for 9 years. And when I moved in, I asked about putting in like a fire pit like in the ground. And the guy who was the property manager at that time said, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You have to shut up. You have to replace it. You have to take it out before you move, though, when you move. You cannot leave that there, right? I've not painted the walls. I probably could. I mean, I don't think I asked. They wouldn't mind. I'm allowed to paint. But this is not my house. I can't call a siding company and change the siding. It's not my house. I don't have a garage. If I did have a standalone garage, because all the houses on my alley have standalone garages. If I had one, all right, we can be a little happy. I do still have, gotta start. You can't see anything in this. You can see that. I gotta start fucking, sorry, my bad. Muscles. What if I have really big shoulders? Also, like the face. What if I look like that all the time? That's how some men look without beards and goatees. Then you're like, don't go near playgrounds, creepo. I'm so sorry. So I haven't done anything in this house except light stuff on fire apparently outside. I have the rose bushes up front were here before me. The tree out back that has some kind of dogwood and it has little fruits that Freddie ate when I first got him and I called him don't eat that all the time and they're good for cancer. Who knew? So I cannot just redo it's not my house and I've lived here for 9 years. Twice plus the amount of time that man is supposed to be in the White House is how long I have lived in this house and I've done fuck all to it. It's not his house. It's not his house. I don't know why people don't understand. It's not his house. He doesn't get it foreversies. It's for 4 years he occupies that bitch and then he skadoodles and he leaves and then it's not his house again. And this man is the fucking worst. Oh, I ordered a book. I ordered a book on my Kindle. I ordered it. It's on my Kindle. It's called Regime Change. I think the Trump Imperialism or something. I don't know like the subtitle, but it's called Regime Change. And it is about that man and the corruption of his office and his administration and how in the second term everyone that is on his staff sucks his dick, versus a first term when he did have a staff of people who talked poorly on him and didn't support what he did. Very different times. It's been a rather subdued get to know me podcast. Hi, my name is Kirsten. I live in downtown. I live in Maryland. I don't know why I do that. I offer you guys all this information. Someone could dox me. Someone could light my trash on fire. Someone could light my trash on fire. My trash was on fire. I need you to know. I'm so glad there wasn't dog poop in there. Thank you, Russ, for not mowing the lawn. Why? Plastic bags, when they melt, do you know what happens? They turn into rocks and they stick to the pavement. That is what happens to plastic bags. Blown away. I could not believe it. I can't. So this weekend is softball Friday, Jim Jeffries Saturday, Orioles game Sunday. She gets out of the motherfucking house. There was a period of time where I didn't do anything. And there was a period of time where the only thing I did was drink. And then there was a period of time where, even during that, where I wouldn't do stuff unless someone was with me. And so I spent all my time waiting. Like, I'd be waiting for someone to go to lunch with me. I'd be waiting. And then I said I wouldn't wait to do things anymore. And so I just buy tickets to things. And if I want to go, I go. If I don't, like, I missed a couple shows recently, migraines, as a matter of fact. And one of them was a migraine. One of them I was just really, really tired. But I buy tickets and then I go do these things. And I love comedy. I cannot say this enough, that going to these shows and just giggling like a loon. I went with two friends to see Chappelle Lacey that I haven't gone to comedy with. And it felt super vulnerable laughing like that in front of them, because I have no control when I geek like that. And it is like you are showing yourself at one of your most raw moments when you are just laughing hysterically. I love comedy. I wish everybody could find as many comedians as I have to just enjoy and put a bucket list on and want to go see. And I mean, I know that I spend a lot of money on this shit, but like, there's so many things in this life now that are annoying. And I'm really excited for the 4th of July because the Star Spangled Shit Show, I'm going to wear a tutu. I'm really, really excited about it. And there's going to be a ton of fireworks and fire dancers. I'm super, super excited about it. Me being excited about the 4th of July does not mean that I don't understand that I'm not happy with our government. But me knowing that I'm not happy with our government doesn't mean I hate this country. I hate things that are happening here right now. Two things can be true at one time. I am rooting for Team USA in the World Cup, just like I was in the Olympics. And I still do not like our government. Our government is not us. We are not all our government. There is a whole half of this country that didn't vote for that man, and a whole bunch of the people that did have changed their mind, and everybody is not MAGA. It's the same way. I cannot condone the Iranian war, because there is a whole country of people that have nothing to do with that government, and they are the ones getting murdered. Those 165 girls that died, they weren't the government. And so I can root for Iran in the World Cup because they are not their government. Now, honestly, I still kind of root for them to thumb their nose at Donald Trump because I think it's hilarious. I mean, their social media war, they're winning. But I'm really excited for the 4th of July. But I just wish everybody would find something that tickled their pickle the way that comedy does for me. I also really love softball, but softball can piss me off. And the people of softball can piss me off. There's a dude on one of my teams who loves to tell me how to play ball. Fuck off. I know how to play ball, but you poking and telling me how doesn't help my brain. As a matter of fact, it makes me worse. And I hear the dumb little comments you make under your breath. Because of my 80 fucking HD, I hear everything. So if you're going to talk shit about me, do it on the other side of the fucking planet. I will hear you if you're near me. It's fucking annoying. But yes. So my she got out of the house list is huge, and life is going well. And except for the oil bill. And I keep reminding myself, I've been a lot less angry recently. That fucking last podcast really did help. I took 2 months off. My brain's been quieter. Fucking testosterone. So many things can be true at one time. I don't know why we black and white everything. I can see bad things and still have a good life and still be a good person and still enjoy my life, because if I stop enjoying this, what's the point? I'm not gonna hide in my house and be pissed about shit. Uh, which is a super baby way to live. I feel like that's a couple of generations down from my millennial ass. I hate that I'm a millennial. I don't. I'm pretty badass. Oh my God. My dad, I was telling him the other day how my parents, when they bought our house, they still live in the house I grew up in the 80s. That house was 100 grand. My parents were in their 30s. My dad was not a GS 15 at 30 years old. He was not. So my dad was talking about how when he retired in 2018 and he was a GS 15, he could afford the house at the cost it was now. And I was like, Dad, I was talking about you buying this house today at what you were making when you were 30. You couldn't do that. And he was like, well, whatever. Every time I'm around that man, I bring up Donald Trump. At Easter, I brought up the fact that he was a rapist. And this time on Father's Day, I was like, hey, how's your dude? You know, you told me that they had a plan for the war. How's that going? How's that looking? He was like, fine. I was like, yeah, they're spending a lot of money. And he was like, yeah, they're spending a lot of money. Just can't. I just need someone to be like, you're right, Kirsten. I know. Thank you. And I'm cute. Not right now. I need a shower. It's been a day. 2 days I need to wash my hair. It's episode 27. Welcome back to my life. I was listening to something talking about how we need to go back to minding our own business. And this is literally, I figured this out literally after the rant about men. This is like a video journal. And because I always say I'm going to start a journal again. And I always end up writing gay shit like someone's going to find my journal. And so I can't actually tell the truth in them. It's because I dated a guy when I was 15 and he did in fact read my journal. Careful who you date as a teenager. It lays groundwork. So this is like a video journal. And so I put my shit in here. It's on the internet. I don't care how people know. I just one of those people, I don't care. But we really do have to stop thinking that our lives, everybody has to care about. Nobody cares about this shit. I have 83 subscribers. They aren't even watching all the episodes. I think 30 people watched it last time. That shit was weak as fuck. My family, I don't think has watched one of these motherfuckers. Fuck you, family. Just kidding. I love you guys, but also like way to support dicks. You know, like this is to get shit out of my brain. So I don't care that my shit is out there. But the way people just expect everybody to just fall in line and like their lives immediately is nonsense. Nonsense. So yeah, it's Pride Month. Yay gay. I did a lot long. 47 minutes, for fuck's sake. All right, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully it won't be 2 months. I appreciate anybody who still listens to this shit. It's a lot. Thank you very much. Have a good night.